Hello, welcome to the very first episode of the Limitless podcast.
Yeet.
It's goddamn. I just want to kind of give you a overview what the podcast is going to be about. We're just gonna, just talk about whatever we feel like talking about. We're gonna be debating some stuff. We're gonna be avoiding some like kind of, I guess, controversial topics. So, because we want this to be pretty chill uh
And fun.
and monkey brain. Want this to be a
Indeed.
monkey brain podcast, like smooth brain. So I'll introduce myself. I'm Tory or Jorge, as I
I don't want to do that.
as I was saying, Jorge or Jorge, which is what most people call me.
No
Uh,
one calls it that.
everyone calls me that. Everyone calls me that. And I'm a history student, and I am not interested in any other fashion. So yeah, that's me. All right, would you like to introduce yourself?
He's also the descendant of a mafia boss, but yeah,
That's
he's
true.
an
That's true.
interesting in
I
any
mean,
other manner. But
that's
yeah.
that's the only thing interesting about me. I'm a mafia boss.
All right. I'm Zach. I'm the guy who doesn't do any of the work and just comes here and talk. Tori does all the work. And
Exactly.
yeah, I'm a boring old business student, but I like talking about nonsense. So I'm
That's
here. Hello.
you're the
And now let's get started.
you're the, like the opposite person I would think to be like a crazy person. Like, oh yeah, I'm a business student. I'm
Yeah.
in commerce and then you
I'm in
say like
commerce.
dumb
I
shit all the time.
studying accounting, and I been do some balance sheets and income statements for a living while I'm doing some nonsense off the side like this.
Yeah, it's like completely like not what you expect a business student to
No,
be like.
it doesn't make sense at all with the personality, but hey, it works and it's gonna work.
Exactly. All right. Well, since we've kind of introduced ourselves, we should maybe get started on the podcast. So, we have been talking about movies a lot lately. We're both really into watching movies, older movies, new movies.
And
You
we
know,
differ opinions on everything.
yeah, but we'll get there eventually. We shall get there eventually. So let's just kind of give a basic overview of like what movies we like. You can go first. I kind of need to prepare it in my
Alrighty,
head.
so when people ask me what's my favorite movie of all time, some people go with classics, some people go with something maybe a little new that's really good. For me, my favorite movie is Bill and Ted's Excellent
God
Adventure
damn it.
for the sheer reason that Keanu Reeves is the most incoherent character that I have ever seen. None of the movie makes sense. And it's magical from start to finish, from Keanu Reeves offering Genghis Khan Twinkies to Billy the Kid and Socrates being best friends. It's constant enjoyment of nonsense, and that is all I want in my life.
Well, it is a good movie.
Corey, what about you? What's your favorite film?
Well, I'll just let's just kind of bounce off you for a second. I love Bill and Ted. That's a great movie.
It is.
The second
It's
one
legendary.
is ass. So
Well, oh yeah, Bogus Journey's awful. The third one that just came out a couple years ago, I thought was a great way to finish the trilogy. Bill and Ted Face the Music, but yeah, don't watch Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. It's terrible. But
I
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure,
I
that's
remember a
worth.
few months ago, uh, you were always telling me never watch the second one, and I'm like, you know what? I want to watch the second one because I wanted to go see the third one, which I haven't seen yet, by the way. But I
Yeah,
watched the
and
second one, and for me, if you know me, most movies I think are at least decent.
Tori has very low standards for what he defines as a good movie, but even he agreed Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey is not a good movie.
I remember I looked at Zach and I was like, God, this sucks.
Yeah,
This
it
movie's
was awful. It
terrible.
wasn't the only good part of Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey was them playing Twister with Satan.
And that was like a
Outside of that,
5 minute scene. That was like
just
five
like a
minutes.
5 minute scene. They played Battleship and Twister with Satan, and after that, it was
No,
totally stupid.
was it Satan? I thought it was Death.
Was it Death? Yeah, you're right.
I
It
think it
was
was
Death.
Death. Yeah, it wasn't
It
Satan.
was Death, and Death is in the third one as well. Who's the only good character in Bogus Journey, and the
Yeah.
only thing that was added to the third one was Death.
Yeah, I just feel like they just like it was almost written by like a child who just saw the first one and was like,
Yeah,
I want to make a fan fiction.
yeah, that sounds about right. But anyway, sir, what is your favorite film?
I can never have like a standard opinion on this. I very much switch opinions. I'll just kind of
Mm,
go through my like top movies. For a long time, it was Baby Driver, which I still
crazy.
love. Yeah, I know. Kevin Spacey kind of had a little bit of trouble there.
Ansel Elgort did too.
Yeah, but I
Tori
mean,
loves sex offender films.
nope, that is untrue. I as much as I don't like the actors, that movie still is really good just because of how the music is done. Like every fight scene, every gunshot goes to the sound of like the music or whatever his song is playing, and that always like was like, wow, this is fucking awesome. Um, I like that one. I liked Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the Quentin Tarantino film, which
God love Quentin.
a lot of people can say that movie is like kind of boring in the middle. I love the middle. The middle is really interesting.
All of
I
Quentin's movies are like that. Like it's kind of hard to figure out what's happening, but it's enjoyable anyway. That's
Yeah,
that's how you describe every Tarantino movie to me.
I know everyone talks about like, oh, I like it because of the ending. And if you've seen the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
The ending is amazing, but I like the
It
rest of the
really is.
movie too. I think the ending was probably one of my favorite movie endings of all time, in my
It's a
opinion.
it's a it's a pretty unique movie ending for sure, and the fact that it's connected to like somewhat of a real life storyline that he just kind of had his own spin on
Yeah,
was
exactly.
kind of cool.
Yeah, it's I don't know, I really liked the movie and it was a fun movie. And of course I like all Quentin Tarantino films. I've
Yeah,
seen which ones have we
I
seen?
haven't seen any particularly terrible ones. They're all the ones I've seen are at least good.
Yeah, they're all like at least you can you can always watch them and go away enjoying some part of it.
Yeah,
Like
I agree.
I've seen Kill
His
Bill 1
worst
and
one's
2.
probably the Hateful Eight, and I didn't think it was that
I
bad.
didn't like The Hateful Eight at all. That was actually
I didn't love it, but like I didn't think it was a horrible film. It was
I didn't
kind
think it
of
was
hard to
bad,
figure
but
out what was happening because I kept jumping back and forth with the timeline. But I didn't think it was a horrible film. I enjoyed it.
yeah, it was I enjoyed it too. It's just felt like kind of lackluster compared to other Quentin Tarantino films.
Understandable. I agree.
Like I've watched both Kill Bills. I like those movies.
I've only seen the first one.
I like the second one a lot actually. There was a lot of interesting lines in it, and it was a good movie. Actually, I don't think I've seen that many. Um,
Mm.
other than that, I need to watch Pulp Fiction.
We
I ha-
all need to. Yeah, I know. We're talking about Quentin Tarantino, and neither of us have seen Pulp Fiction.
yeah,
We're literally pissed.
exactly.
It's
That's the
awful.
worst.
Like, how
Um,
can we say we like Quentin Tarantino when we literally have not seen what's his consensus best film? It's
yeah,
kind of
yeah, and also one of the movies people consider one of the best movies of all time, which is kind of pathetic.
yeah, it is kind of pathetic. But hey, it is what it is.
But I mean, I haven't seen Inglorious Bastards either.
Neither have I.
Oh,
So
all right. We haven't seen any of the good
yeah,
ones.
we don't have the right to talk about Quentin when we haven't seen most of his great films. So let's go to the next topic.
Okay, well, why don't we talk about other films we like though, just to kind of pad it up a bit, because we kind of rushed through
Okay,
that a little bit. Like,
I I do love some classic films, but the type of movies I like is when I can sit there and I can make fun of some poor writing, or I can just enjoy some absolute randomness in the entire film. So
yeah,
some of the films I love to watch, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 3 is up on the list for me. The original SpongeBob movie with David Hasselhoff running down the beach completely out of nowhere, that's near the top of the list for me.
I love that
Revenge of
one.
the Sith, even though I know you think it's a good film for some odd reason, we'll
We'll
get to
get
that
we'll
later.
get to
I
that later.
enjoy I enjoy it because I can make fun of all the horrible lines and terrible writing.
Well, I mean, I love the meme lines too. Like
The
that's
whole
probably my
movie is
favorite movie.
all of Revenge of the Sith is just meme lines.
I mean, for me is I like the meme lines. I also kind of like the movie a bit though. The meme lines are my favorite part though. Like anything like in the last fight scene, it's just full of amazing amazing quotes.
Tori, you only love me because I'm beautiful. No, you're beautiful because I love you.
Oh
Beautiful
yeah.
lines.
No, I was thinking of like the it's over Anakin. I
I
have the
have the
high
high
ground.
ground.
You
I
underestimate my
am.
power. I love that one
But
line. He says it in such a whiny tone. Oh,
which
it's
song?
beautiful.
What?
The you underestimate my power.
Oh yeah, he really does.
You
It's true. You
underestimate my
underestimate
power.
my power. Don't try it.
Oh
I've
man.
seen that so many times. I just rewatch it just to laugh at it.
All right. Well, now that we kind of started on that topic, we already like we have very differing opinions on movies if you could already tell. Like
One one of our biggest arguments is Tori is a huge Star Wars fan.
okay, well no, we'll get to that later. I want to say one thing
Is that
first
later?
though.
Okay.
I want to say one thing first. So, we both love watching movies, but it's when people ask us, "How did you like that movie?" For me, 98% of the time, I'll say it was good.
I'm very 50-50 on if I'll say it's good or bad.
You say either it's amazing or terrible.
Yeah, but I don't like. Why else should I mention? If I enjoyed it, then it's great. I loved it.
If
If I
I
didn't like
enjoy
it,
it,
then it's
for
awful.
me, most movies I enjoy. If I'm out watching a movie, I get into it. I'm like really enjoying it. I say it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I'm
I don't
very
have.
much
Yeah, you have a scale when grading your movies of it's good, it's great, it's bad, it's awful. It's just a yes or no for me. Is it good? Then it's good. If it's bad, then it's bad.
well, I mean,
It's as
but
simple as that.
my thing is that you think a lot of movies that are actually that I really liked were bad because of one
Okay,
reason or
they
another.
were bad.
Well, you nitpick. That's like your big thing.
Yeah, I
Well,
nitpick bad scenes and bad writing and
yeah,
bad films.
yeah, but you nitpick some annoying stuff. Like okay, when 1917 came out.
Oh, I barely remember watching that. That was like a year and a half
Yeah,
ago.
I
But yeah, what
remember
did
it.
it remind me?
Well, you told me that you didn't like it because it wasn't like Saving Private Ryan.
Yes, because that's my standard for a war movie now.
Yeah, but you have to understand that, okay, you might not understand this, but to me, that hurts when you compare a World War II movie to a World War One movie. And
I
like
can
the action
disagree.
sucks in the World War One movie. Why is it not like the one with machine guns? It's like because there
Yeah.
weren't any. There weren't any.
Well, then why did you make this movie? It was if it was gonna be boring.
It was about World War One. That was what the war
Okay,
was
maybe
like.
19, remind me. Was it 1970? The 1917, the one with Andrew Garfield.
No, Andrew
That's
Garfield wasn't.
Dunkirk. That was Dunkirk. I apologize. Yes,
No,
that was Dunkirk.
Dunkirk. Dunkirk had that.
Yeah, I hate
Was
Andrew
he? Was
Garfield.
he in that movie?
Yeah, he was in Dunkirk. I'm pretty sure he
Let
was.
me look it up. I don't think he was. I think it just
No,
kind of
I
looked
think
like
he
a
was.
guy.
I remember seeing him in a war movie and hating it just for the sheer fact that I don't like Andrew Garfield.
Okay, cast. Yeah, no, he's not in it.
Oh, okay. Well, he was in a war movie and I didn't like it because he was in it. Maybe
There are
someone can.
guys that look like him. A lot of people look like him in the movie.
Okay, okay. I
Let
still
me.
hate Andrew Garfield though.
I mean, I think
There's certain
he did
actors that are
terrible as
so.
Spider-Man.
He was awful as Spider-Man.
Hacksaw
But
Ridge.
oh, that's what it was.
That's what it
Hacksaw
was.
Ridge. That's what it was.
I haven't
Thank you.
seen that either.
I saw it in theaters. It was. I didn't enjoy. I thought it was an okay film at its core, but because it was Andrew Garfield, it downgraded it for me.
You always have really bad opinions about movies just because you don't like an actor.
Yeah, because there's certain actors that just ruin something for me, so I don't like them anymore.
Yeah, I disagree
Like
with you though.
if Shia LaBeouf is in a movie, I'm just not gonna go watch it. I'm not even gonna give it a chance. The man is a joke of an actor.
I
I don't
mean,
want to say anything.
that's fair, but I mean, like, like, okay, what's this? Ashton Kutcher. You hate him
Okay, I don't
because
hate
of Two and a
Ashton
Half
Kutcher.
Men.
Is a good actor. He's a good actor. If he's in a film, I will see it. However, I do have a small vendetta against Ashton Kutcher for him being cast in Two and a Half Men after Charlie had his issues. The Two and a Half Men took such a huge step back after Ashton Kutcher took
I
over.
agree. I very much agree. Charlie was the best character.
Yes, he was.
He was like, he was the best character.
And then after Ashton took over, like I don't think Ashton's a bad actor. I don't have the same opinion of him as I do of guys like Hayden Christensen or Andrew Garfield or Shia LaBeouf, who are all terrible actors. But
Yeah.
for Ashton Kutcher, I'll see one of his movies, but I'll never say I like Ashton Kutcher because he ruined a good TV show.
I mean, I agree. He did ruin a good TV show, but there are other shows that he's in that he actually does really well, like that
I'm
70s
sure
show.
there is, but he ruined a good TV show.
That
I'm
70s
sure
show, he's the
he's
best
done other
character.
great.
He's like he plays the dumb guy. He plays like in sitcoms they have the dumb one.
Yeah.
He plays the dumb one, and he's I've never seen someone play a dumb guy perfectly. Like he's infinitely better than Joey, like way better.
Oh, in Friends.
Yeah, Joe. Well, I mean, Friends is not that great, but
Okay, that's another thing we need to discuss. Why do people think Friends is a good show?
okay, okay. Well, I have an opinion on this. I think it's a decent show. I
I
don't
don't.
think it's that bad of a sitcom, but there are many better sitcoms. Like,
I think
watch. I can
I
name
don't
one
think it
that.
deserves to be graded as an even quality sitcom.
Oh no, but here's the thing. For me, there's one sitcom that no one that is not even not as many people talk about it as they talk about Friends. That's Seinfeld.
It's so much better too. It's just
Seinfeld
Seinfeld. That's why.
Seinfeld's a great show too. It's really funny.
It's one of the best sitcoms of all time, if not the best sitcom of all time.
Yeah, I
George
agree.
Costanza is the best sitcom character ever created.
Yes, I
Period.
very much agree. I very much agree. And
But it's not talked about in our generation because it's older and people don't care about it. It's like all our dads used to watch it.
yeah, but it's like the same age as it's almost like the same age as Friends. It's like not that old. Friends
Yeah,
is
it's true.
Friends like started like in like 2003. Like it was an old show, I think.
Yeah, I guess. You're right. Our generation doesn't give Seinfeld a
Yeah, I
chance.
agree. But okay, I'm about to get a lot of people mad because okay, and you're gonna get really mad at me for saying this. I
All right.
think that Friends is infinitely better than Fresh Prince.
What did you just say? No, no. You don't. You've never told this to me before. All
I
everything
think
we've discussed up to now, we've had that conversation before. We have never had this
I
conversation before.
think Fresh Prince is mid.
What do you mean
It's
it's
it's,
mid?
it's a mid-tier sitcom. I'm sorry.
Explain yourself, sir.
I think there's a lot of better sitcoms in it.
Like what? Yeah, how do
Um,
you think Friends is
okay,
better? Friends isn't even funny.
Seinfeld. Okay, Seinfeld. What is the other? Everybody Loves Raymond.
I've never actually seen Everybody
That
Loves
one's
Raymond.
that one's funny. That one, my dad likes that one a lot
I
too.
can't say if it's better or not because I haven't seen it.
It's like
But yes,
Seinfeld
Seinfeld's
level,
better than
in
Fresh
my
Prince.
opinion.
I'll agree with you.
Yeah, I don't know. And I think Friends is kind of like they're tied in my opinion. I don't know
So
why.
Friends isn't even funny. Fresh Prince is hysterical.
Not
How
I've
can you not? The dynamic between Will and Carlton, it's a perfect contrast of characters.
I mean I like it, but it just doesn't. I don't know. It's just kind of like something about it. Just kind of. It's not my favorite.
I can't even, I don't even know what to say. This is just, this is just sad.
Okay, well
Like,
I
Fresh Prince even has iconic episodes that aren't comedy. Like the episode where Will's dad abandons him. Like, that's an
I mean
iconic scene.
I
Why
like
doesn't he want me, man?
I like that
That hits
episode.
you right in the
I
heart.
do like that episode a lot. And I do like that scene. I just don't think it's as funny as some other sitcoms. Like for me, my favorite sitcom is that 70s show. And I think it's better than it's that 70s show is better than that show in my opinion.
You're a sin, sir.
I like
This
that
is
70s show. I love
awful.
that 70s show is my favorite sitcom.
This is just disrespectful to the world right here. This is, oh my god.
Hmm. Hey
Oh
everyone,
my
you can
god. I'm
tell
disappointed.
we have very different opinions.
I'm disappointed. But anyway, we've gone far off topic, off the movies
All
we
right,
were
you know what?
discussing. Our TV shows.
Let's go
But
on to our biggest disagreement, Star Wars.
Star
So,
Wars, everyone disagrees with me with this until I talk to them about it, and then most people agree with
okay,
me. You're the
let
one
me
that.
start first. Let me start first.
Okay.
Okay. I okay, I'll just kind of explain the difference. I am a massive Star Wars geek. I
Nice.
that's my like one of my favorite series. I know everything about it. I'm a loser. um Zach thinks it's mid tier.
I think that Star Wars in its entirety is not a good movie franchise.
Okay. Now, I understand where he's coming from because episode 1 and episode 2 were
And three.
laughable. No, shut up. 1 and 2
And
were
so.
laughable. Okay,
And
the
so.
shh. 1 and 2 were laughable. 8 and 9 were I don't know. I think they deserve to be in a fire.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
I think you agree with me on that
Most
one.
definitely.
Okay, I'll just say we agree on episodes 1, 2, 8, and 9.
Yes, they're awful. They're
I
abysmal. They're
okay, I'll
some of the
say
worst films.
we agree
They're on
on
the same level as Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. They're just
1
they don't even deserve to be respected
1,
at
2,
all.
8, 9 and Solo.
Yes, they're all
Okay.
terrible.
We kind of agree on those. And we also agree that episodes 4, 5, and 6 are really good.
Yes, they are.
We can agree on those. Now, the two movies where we disagree the most is episode 3 and episode 7. So, episode 3, which I.
Episode 3 is a meme. Like I
Okay,
said at the beginning, I love watching episode 3, but not because it's a good film. It is just as bad writing as 2 and 1 are. It's just funnier. That's
okay,
why I watch it. To me,
okay.
3 is a comedy film,
My
and that's
thing
not what they
is,
were going for.
my thing is, episode 3, which this is what I disagree with. Most Star Wars fans have, like, said that that is the best Star Wars movie, which
Is
I
there
disagree with.
is
I
there a
disagree with
dissent?
that. It's not better. I think 4, 5, 6, and Rogue One are better.
I agree.
But for me, is I think Episode 3 is decent. I like it. It feels more like Star Wars than Episodes 1 and 2. I get it more. There's more lightsaber combat. I don't know. It just makes more sense. I don't know. I just like it, and I like how dark it gets. I really like that like
It's
whole
it's
thing.
so stupid. There's it's just constant bad writing. There's never you never get a 5 minute break from when there's just some abysmal line
No,
put
no,
into
I
it.
don't think. I think Episode three's lines are not as bad as Episode 2.
The only thing that was good about the prequels was Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan because
I
that
mean,
was a
yeah.
great
Oh,
acting job.
and Christopher Lee as
Yeah, well,
Count
Christopher
Dooku.
Lee is always great. That's a given.
Well, yeah,
Christopher Lee can never be
that's true.
bad in anything.
Um,
He can go from Wilbur Wonka to Count Dooku or Gandalf, and it wasn't Gandalf. He was the other dude.
no,
But
he was
regardless,
Sauron.
that's right. But Christopher Lee can never be bad in any role. Christopher Lee obviously was great. Ewan McGregor was great as Obi-Wan. Everything else about that movie, from the
Okay,
casting choices to the writing to the plot to the everything, it was terrible. It was
okay,
beyond terrible.
okay. I need to explain that I think the writing in 2 is way worse. Like, yeah,
It is.
there are terrible
I
lines in 3, but 2 is just not even. You can't compare 2 and 3.
You're right. Three is better than two, but it's still not a good film. Three is at the point where it's a meme film. I will watch three the same way I watch Sharknado, and I love
And
Sharknado
Spider-Man 3,
and Spider-Man 3 and the SpongeBob movie, like
which
those kind, or Indiana Jones and the Crystals and the Kingdom of the Crystal
oh
Skull.
God, all right.
That's the kind I. That's where I grade Revenge of the Sith.
Are
That's
we
with
getting
those
are we
movies.
getting on that one now?
We'll get there later. We need to finish this discussion
Okay,
because
we're
here's the
never
thing.
gonna finish. Okay,
No,
let's.
if let me finish this.
Okay,
If we say 4, 5, 6, and Rogue One are the only good Star Wars movies, so there's four good ones. We have 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, and 9, and Solo as bad ones. That's seven bad ones.
yeah, but
That is an abysmal hit rate
yeah, but that's
for
your
a movie
opinion.
franchise. You
That's your
cannot say
opinion.
a franchise that has produced seven bad films and four good ones is a good movie
Okay,
franchise.
but here's that. That's your opinion. In my opinion, I think the only bad movies are Solo 8 and 9. In my opinion, those are the only bad ones.
Whoa, wait! Did you just say 1 and 2 aren't bad
I
films?
like 1 and 2. I'll say I like 1
Sir,
and 2.
I might hang up now after you said that.
Zach,
I won't, but
what? Just
what?
explain to me this. What character do I have up on my wall right now?
Sir, just because Darth Maul looks like an
Yeah,
evil member of Kiss doesn't make
but
him a good character.
shut up. He is a good character. Don't hurt my boy like that.
He just looks like he's just an evil member of Kiss with a double-ended lightsaber. That's all Darth Maul is.
Yeah, double-ended lightsaber. You're acting like that's like not a cool thing.
So, well, wait, you're saying number one is good because someone has a double-ended
No, I
lightsaber?
like the movie. I like the pod racing scene. I like the space battle. I
You
think
like
it's an
this?
okay movie.
Now, this is pod racing.
It's I mean, I like the space battle for the
Seriously,
same reason
sir.
you like 3, but I like the pod racing scene. That's actually fun. You can't disagree with me about that the pod racing scene is not terrible. The
It's not terrible the same way that a race in the movie Cars isn't terrible. You
okay,
don't want that in a Star Wars film.
okay, that's just my opinion. I think 2 is the worst one, but
No,
it's
one is worse
watchable.
than two.
I think
One
two's
is worse
worse
than
just
one is
because
worse because they gave Jar Jar way too much screen
yeah,
time.
I agree. But
Like, I don't know if George Lucas has a hairless rabbit fetish or something, but I don't know where the idea of Jar Jar Binks came from.
dude, if you're a
And
real
to
Star
give him
Wars fan,
like an
every time
hour of screen time.
if you're a real Star Wars fan, every time Jar Jar comes on the screen, you zone him out. It's just so I don't notice him that much anymore.
I don't know how George Lucas said this is a good idea, and then how every one of Lucasfilms is like, you know what? Yeah, let's put a giant hairless rabbit with a really high voice in this. That's gonna put this film on the next level.
Okay, okay. In episode 2, I actually don't really have much good to say about that one. Episode 3, I like a bit more.
Now
4, 5, and
explain
6,
episode 7 to me. Episode 7 just felt like episode 4, but it was poorly done.
yeah, that's why I liked it.
They took episode 4, they changed some lines, made it bad, and then yeah,
They didn't make it that bad. They just kind of made it. It was episode 4, but like that's why I thought it was a decent movie. Like it like they used what episode 4 did and kind of like if it ain't broke, it worked. And
So
it,
you're saying you'd like the sequels if they just reproduced 4, 5, and 6?
I mean, I would have liked them better than what we got, probably.
You
You,
know, that's actually fair.
yeah, you can't, you have to agree. It would have been better than what we got.
Yeah, yeah, you're not wrong. But
Yeah,
still, it's not a good film.
I just think
Copying
that's
a film
nice.
doesn't make it a good film.
Okay, but we can both agree, episode 8 and 9 were
Oh, sorry.
absolutely awful.
All right, you cut out there. What'd you say?
I said 8 and 9 were absolutely awful.
Yes, they were.
I agree with that. Just because, I don't know, just,
They ruined the entire franchise if you consider them canon.
yeah, well, okay, for
You
me,
made 4, 5, and 6 not matter. Like you told me this when we spoke about this last time. Like Palpatine dying doesn't matter. Anakin becoming good again at number 6 doesn't matter.
well,
None of it matters because Palpatine's alive still, and he's just living in some underground cellar thingy.
yeah, yeah. Well, for me, it's 8 is like, 8 doesn't really change the originals. It doesn't affect them
Nothing
that
happened.
much. But
Nothing happened in 8.
yeah,
They went
8
on
is
a
just boring.
50-minute journey to get something to get. I forget what they were trying to get. They were trying to get some object, and they spent literally like 3/4 of the movie doing that just to find out like, oh, this doesn't even work. Oh well,
Yeah, exactly. I admit it was a dumb movie, but it
nothing
didn't
happened.
affect the originals. That's my main bottom line.
Yeah,
Episode
you're right.
9 took the original movies, which are beloved and amazing, and peed on them.
Yeah, you're right.
That's
It
why
did.
I didn't. That's why episode 8 was bad. Episode 9 actually made me feel sick about like how bad they were just stomping on the legacy of Star Wars.
Yeah, I
That
agree.
and George Lucas had to actually make that one not canon, I believe.
Did he make it not canon?
He made two alternate universes. One of them with sequels, one of them where they didn't happen.
Okay, wait. Correct me if I'm wrong, but 7, 8, and 9, they threw Lucas's writing into the trash and let JJ write them. Correct?
Yeah, but they had him as like a kind of there, but I think they just ignored everything he said.
The 7, 8, and 9 aren't canon because it's not George's story.
Well, no, he helped him work on it, but no, they are
Okay, so
canon because he
they
sold.
are.
Well, they are canon because he sold Star Wars to Disney, so whatever Disney makes is canon
Oh, okay.
because he
So
sold it to them. So technically, he still runs Lucasfilm and he still has some creative control over Star Wars, but like Disney can actually make canon stuff now.
okay, okay.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on from Star Wars. This is actually giving me a headache because every time I talk about Star Wars, it gives me a headache. Let's
Yes.
let's go on to the one we were talking about earlier, Indiana Jones 4.
Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Now,
Terrible movie.
this is
Terrible.
one of my prized meme movies. I love
Terrible.
this movie just to laugh at it. And like I said, I'll never watch a Shia LaBeouf film. This is the only one I'll watch because he is, in fact, so bad at film that it's funny.
Yep.
Him
Alright.
watching him swing with the monkeys, all-time scene. Watching a nuke about to go off and Harrison Ford just say, "I'm just gonna hop in this fridge and we're gonna be good." All time, right there.
Yeah. Well,
That is beyond legendary. There's a nuke going off. Everyone just needs to get in their fridge,
yeah.
and then you get launched a couple miles. You'll pop out as right as rain. You'll be good.
Hmm. Exactly. Um, I there was well, you don't remember any much about the other three, right?
Barely, because I
Because
just watched Crystal Skull a couple days ago, just for a fun old time. Last time I saw the first three was a long time ago.
okay, they are the fourth one is so different in quality.
Oh
Like
yeah, I remember Raiders of the Lost Ark and the Last Crusade and all those being good. I don't really remember what
they're
happened
great
but I remember them
80s
being
like
quality films.
they're great 80s serials. They're
Okay.
like based on serials. Like the short kind of like adventure little shorts they'd have on TV in the 80s.
Yeah, yeah, I got you. I
That's what
got
it's
you.
kind of like. It's like just like kind of like Flash Gordon-esque.
Oh,
Like
Flash Gordon's terrible.
yeah, I know, but it's supposed to be cheesy a little bit, right?
Okay,
Because
okay,
the movies have a little bit of cheesiness in it, but it's enough that it doesn't make the movie feel cheesy. It makes the whole movie feel like fun, even though there's
okay.
people melting at the end. But that doesn't matter. that
Wait, there's people melting at the end? I don't recall this.
have you not seen the
I haven't seen it in a really long time.
when they open the ark?
Oh, what with those? Oh yeah, the spirits things flying out
Yeah,
and
and
don't look at
their
them.
faces melt.
Oh, okay, yeah. Like I said, I've seen it so long ago, I barely
Oh
remember it.
my god, that's like the best scene in the movie.
I, s-
Okay.
I still think the best scene in Indiana Jones franchise history is Shia LaBeouf swinging with the monkeys.
Yeah,
That is just
I'm
legendary. He just
saying
gets
best
whatever
as in
he
like
wants with the monkeys, and he's like, "Let's swing, boys."
I'm saying best as in like actually good.
Oh, best isn't actually good. Well, then I can't cite anything from the Crystal Skull.
Yeah, no,
So
me neither. I'm trying to think. The villain was okay. That's like the only thing I can think that
she
was
was a very
decent.
basic Indiana Jones villain.
Yeah, but it was like she was an okay villain. Like it wasn't amazing, but like it she worked as a villain.
Yeah,
She was
she did.
threatening, she was this, but the movie just sucked. Well, because this is what I think made it really bad, what they were trying to do. The first one was about the Ark of the Covenant, very religious artifact.
Right.
Second one is about the Shankara stones, a religious artifact in India,
Okay.
something that's like very mystical and something you can like I don't know, like something that you can see Indiana Jones going after. Third movie, they kind of went back to the Christian thing with the Holy Grail. Again,
Right.
something to immediately. The fourth one, an
Is an
alien
alien skull.
skull. It's like why? Why was that their why was that their choice? Why did they choose to make aliens? Like
An alien skull.
that doesn't fit as an archaeologist.
The funny thing is, I was watching it with Jared the other day, and we found out the woman that played the villain in the Crystal Skull is also the person that played Hela in Thor Ragnarok. So we have
What?
a theory. Yeah,
No, there's no way.
it is. We checked it. It is.
They don't even
So
look the same.
yeah, but sir, remember this: at the end of Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull, she kind of just like evaporated, and we don't know where she went. And she said she wants to know everything and be a higher power. What if that? What if this is a prequel to Ragnarok, and that's how Hela like became Hela?
Damn.
Because she didn't die. She just kind of like evaporated after the aliens were like, "I want to know everything" or whatever. She just evaporated. So
Oh now
I
I
think,
see it.
yeah,
I didn't know that was who it was. I know that actress.
yeah. So I think Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is a prequel to Thor Ragnarok, and I think this was the story of how Hela was created and got all her evil powers or whatever.
Hmm,
What do
interesting.
you think? Good theory?
I do like that theory. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it is a good theory.
Okay, now let's kind of like I'm kind of like getting tired of talking about bad movies. Let's kind of bring it back. We watched a movie like pretty recently.
Because
Good.
Tori has not seen many classics, so we're in the process of educating him.
We will get there because I am bad at watching classic movies. But we watched Good Will Hunting the other day, and I'd never
I
seen it.
I had already seen it. I watched it again for Tori's film education,
Yes,
and I'm happy he learned about a great film,
it was a good
a
movie.
truly good film.
It was a really good movie.
It's very very good.
It I don't know, something about it
And it doesn't
just
have bad lines. It has lines that stick with you. It's not your fault. It's not your fault,
get away from
Tori.
me.
Tori, it's not your fault.
Yeah, I know.
It really, and that whole monologue with Robin Williams in the park, where he talks about how he lost his wife, how what love feels like, how he felt like God put an angel on earth just for him, what it was like to lose her, what it's like to live without her, and then when he talked about how he knows nothing because he's just a kid, like that whole monologue. It was like 5 minutes long, but it stuck with you.
Yeah,
That
Robin
was
Williams is
damn
great in that
good.
movie.
People always consider Rob Williams just like a comedy actor for like Aladdin and Mrs. Doubtfire and those kind of movies, but the
Yeah, he
man
does
was
good.
a fantastic actor.
He did really good in that movie. But it
He was
was
beyond fantastic in that
yeah,
movie,
that was one
in
of
a
those
very
movies.
serious role.
That was one of those movies, in my opinion, where like really like as soon as the credits roll, you get that like feeling of like wow, that was a amazing film. That was
Yeah.
well done. And that's why he used the word film instead of movie.
Yes,
Like so
it's
you
true.
sound fancy.
But
Yeah, but I
yeah,
that was a good movie. I really
this
liked
is
it.
something Tori told me while we were watching that made me sad. He looked at me and he said,
Yeah.
if Robin Williams had this character as his therapist, do you think he'd be alive right now? And oh my god, that hit me hard.
Yeah, because he played an amazing therapist. And
He really did. He really
I'm like,
did.
"Oh my god, he would have been alive if he had this dude." And that made me sad.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And
Yeah,
yeah, the funniest thing about Good Will Hunting to me is that when Matt Damon and Ben Affleck were working with Kevin Smith doing the View Askew universe and Dogma and all that kind of stuff,
yeah.
they were just basically doing a ton of stupid movies. And they wrote Good Will Hunting and they went to Kevin Smith and like, hey, can you read this over? Give us some tips. And Kevin's like, nah, fuck you. I don't read my actors' films. It's probably shit. And then it's this Oscar-winning film, and Kevin Smith is going making Tuscan shit. Like I love Kevin Smith, but that's a hilarious
Yeah.
story.
Well, well, the thing is for me is that I've only seen like a handful of movies where I got that feeling of like, wow, that was amazing. I'd say the three that I think of mostly was Good Will Hunting, Shawshank Redemption,
Mm-hmm.
and Forrest Gump.
Yeah, I would. Those are fantastic. Those are fantastic movies, start to finish.
And I haven't seen many other classic films. Well, actually, you know
Okay,
what? I think I would consider. I might actually put The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly on there too because I really like that movie. That's a really good
interesting
movie.
choice. I'm not. That's not a bad choice. It's a quality
I
film.
think it's like it's one of those movies where there's comedy in it, but it doesn't make it a comedy. You know what I mean? Because there's a
That's a good
lot of
description.
funny lines
Like,
in it.
but you mentioned this. Now I actually want to bring this topic up because you mentioned Forrest Gump.
Yes.
And one thing that I always noted from Forrest Gump that I think isn't talked enough is how much used Forrest and treated him like utter shit.
Yeah.
Like literally, it's like Forrest loves this woman. This woman
Jenny
does not want
sucks.
anything to do with Forrest. She abandons him over and over again for some guys that just want to do hippie crap, and he just wants to have sex with all these gross dudes. And you have this decent man with Forrest, and at the
Yeah.
end, after she like decides to dump her AIDS baby with Forrest,
Yeah, she's
and then
dying
he's
of
like
AIDS,
about
and
a
then
week,
and
I
then
guess.
as soon as she starts dying from AIDS, then she's like, I'll marry you. It's like,
I'll marry you now
what?
because I'm dying, and I can't sleep around all over
And also,
America.
you knocked me up because I made
And
you have
also, you
sex with me
knocked
and I
me up, so
left.
here's the baby, raise him. And he's just like, okay, Johnny.
Just but like it's like how she almost made him. She almost like basically went and just had sex with him and then left
Yeah, pretty much.
because she knew he'd be okay with it. It's
Yeah.
like, come
I mean,
on,
I feel
Jenny.
bad for Forrest because Forrest is such a decent. He was a decent man. He was a successful man, and he deserved way better than how Johnny treated him.
But he was a good dad, so I'm fine.
He was a good dad. He even raised the child well.
Yeah, he raised
Like
it
that
better
is
than
just a
her.
decent man, top to bottom.
Yeah,
And Jenny used him, and it's
Jenny.
awful. Like I
Yeah,
have no respect for that character at all. She used him, and Forrest respected her and treated her well from the time when they were like 6.
yeah. Also, my hair makes me look like Lieutenant Dan. Just wanted to add
Yes,
that.
Tori does look like Lieutenant Dan. That's fantastic.
He's
Lieutenant Dan is
perfect.
also a legendary
He's a great
character that isn't
character.
talked about enough.
That's a great
Sorry.
movie. That's everything about that movie is great.
And Forrest really did accomplish everything in his life. He met every president
Yeah.
of his lifetime. He won the national championship with Alabama. He fought in Vietnam. He made a multi-million-dollar shrimp company.
He went to China and played ping pong. That's
He
like
went to China and played ping pong.
that was actually a really big like moment in real life history.
And he created one of the all-time famous kind of, I don't know what it's called. It's not really a meme. Kind of famous one line, the shit happens thing.
Yeah. Or in the
Yeah.
remember when he goes I love when he goes running.
Oh yeah, and he created the smiley face too
Yes, he
when he
created
wiped his
this.
face on the shirt.
Yeah,
He
that was
really
great.
accomplished everything a person could possibly accomplish
He
in his life.
fought in Vietnam and saved like 80 people.
Yes. He
It's
couldn't save Bubba though. Oh, that's a damn shame.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
he
well,
made
I
Bubba
mean,
Gump shrimp.
yeah. I love and it's such a funny movie though, but it doesn't feel like a comedy. That's what I
Yeah,
like
because
about
it's
it.
almost like he doesn't understand how much he's actually
Yeah.
done and
Yeah.
how successful he actually
Yeah.
is.
Well, I love the scene when as much as the scene is sad, when Bubba dies, it made me laugh because that very beginning of it, he goes, "If I knew this is the last time I was gonna talk to Bubba, I would have thought of better words." Hey, Bubba. That's it. I'm just like, it's a good it's a good movie.
No, my favorite scene might be Bubba just listing all the different ways he
All
makes
the
shrimp.
all the types of shrimp.
Shrimp soup, shrimp gumbo, shrimp jambalaya, fried shrimp, grilled shrimp. It's great. It's great. It's legendary.
That's so good. That's such a good scene.
All right. So, anywho, Any hoodles. We need to move on to the next topic. Do we have a next topic?
We do. Did we? Would you say we kind of cover classic movies pretty well?
Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah, all right.
We talked about all the ones we
Okay,
talked about.
now,
The next topic is one that's going to be discussed at nauseum because this is a problem.
so I'm gonna get it up, but I have not seen a lot of movies.
This is
Like
a
a
problem
lot, a
in
lot.
society. People that listen to, or the person that listens to this, or whoever listens to this, keep in mind that Tori is supposed to be an Italian human being.
Okay, I'll just say it. I've never in my life seen The Godfather or Goodfellas.
You're not Italian. This is
I
what,
know.
like, this man is not Italian. He can't be Italian.
I'm not.
It's just sinful.
I
This man
agree.
isn't just Italian. He actually has mafia boss relatives, and he
Yeah.
hasn't seen these movies. Like, this is awful. It's awful.
Okay, I have my list
You
here.
can denounce your last name because of that, sir. That's just awful.
I have every list of every single movie here that I have not seen, and I'll
Well,
read them all.
every single notable
Classic
movie
movie,
that
like
I've told you.
famous movie, like classic movie, I guess is the best way to
Mm-hmm.
put it. Blow. You haven't seen that one.
And
This
I've
is my
never even
cousin
heard
gave
of
me the
it.
list. No Country
I've
for
never
Old
even heard of
Men, Full Metal Jacket, Fight Club, Scarface, Raging Bull,
it. Scarface either. Oh my god.
The Princess Bride, Pulp Fiction,
Yeah, well, neither of us have. That's a sit on both of
yeah,
us.
Fargo, American Beauty. I don't know what that one's about. Chasing Amy, and I guess any of the
Any of the View Askew Kevin. We discussed Kevin Smith a little
yeah,
earlier.
yeah,
I got Tori started on the View Askew
yeah.
Kevin Smith universe kind of in the middle of it.
I've seen Clerks, Mallrats, but
Yeah,
that's it.
so it's halfway through.
I need to see Chasing Amy,
Dogma,
Dogma, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and then what's the last one?
the reboot. Jay and
Jay
Silent
and
Bob
Silent Bob
Strike Back
reboot.
reboot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Inglorious Bastards, Saving Private Ryan, The Usual Suspects. Actually, you know what? Save back to Saving Private Ryan. That one's pathetic for a history major.
Yeah, you're a history. Oh my god,
and
it's
and
true.
and my favorite thing to learn about is World War II. So that's really yeah.
And you're not just a history major. Like you literally came over to my house and lectured me on Corinthian columns for
You know,
breakfast. You're not just a history major. You're a different
yeah.
level of history
Okay,
major.
for context, I was over at Zach's house the other day, and in his like dining room. Would you say that's your dining room, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
dining room.
I just you have a big house, so I don't know which room is which. Uh, in your dining room, he has these columns like for like support, I guess. And I looked at them and I could immediately tell from what style of Greek column they were from ancient Greece. And I was
And
like,
you're that level of history major, but you haven't seen Saving Private Ryan.
yeah, yeah, it's
That's
sad.
just it's sinful.
Yeah. Okay. I haven't seen The Usual Suspects. I know you haven't seen that one either, right?
No, I haven't. I started it, but I didn't get to finish it because Talia wanted to watch something else.
Yeah. We
So,
got and then The Italian Job,
which is overrated. It's just a basic heist film.
Apocalypse Now. I
I've
I
heard.
I've heard of it, but I don't.
I haven't heard great reviews of it though.
2001: A Space Odyssey. I'm getting more into sci-fi now because I don't think you've seen
Yeah,
that one.
no, I haven't.
Die Hard.
Now that is sinful. Oh my god. How
um,
could not just that you not just who you are now. You're a human being at the age of 20 and you haven't seen Die Hard. Forget about anything you're doing. You're a living organism that has not seen Die Hard.
yes.
What kind of shit is that?
Zach's the person who thinks Die Hard's a Christmas film.
It is.
Okay. Okay, and Prometheus. I heard that movie was terrible. I don't know
Wait,
why it's on here.
I like the dude that stole fire.
What?
There's a movie about him.
Prometheus? No, what?
Am I mixing up Prometheus with another god?
Prometheus is an alien movie.
Oh,
You're probably I don't
now I
know.
need to look up what. Now I need to look up what Greek lore god I'm thinking of.
Poseidon? Prometheus. I
No,
think
it
Prometheus
was the
is a
dude
thing.
that stole fire from them to give it to Earth. I thought it was Prometheus. Maybe it's a
Maybe it
different one.
is, but I don't know. That's the name of the movie. I haven't seen Alien and
No, yeah,
Goodfellas.
it is Prometheus. Yeah, he's credited with the creation of humanity from clay and defying God by stealing
Ah,
fire. I'm sorry, I
okay.
switched the subject. Go on.
Okay, and I said Goodfellas.
Yeah, You're an Italian man that hasn't seen Goodfellas or The Godfather.
I
You haven't
I
seen Scarface. You haven't seen Die Hard. You have. Oh my God,
I
sir.
literally was like,
You
what
did have
when
the same premise, Ryan.
if
You're
before you were
stupid.
coming over, like honestly, the other day, I was talking to my dad. I said, yeah, we're probably gonna watch uh The Godfather, which we didn't end up watching because we started the movie way too late. And
Yeah.
he goes, wait, I thought you saw The Godfather. I'm like, no, I never finished it. I never watched it. And he goes, you call yourself Italian?
Yeah. Exactly. Your dad. No. Your dad's Italian. Unlike you, sinful man.
Yeah,
Sinful.
I
But
am
still,
pretty pretty
not
pathetic.
okay. Not okay.
Well, I mean, let's. I know we're talking about shows and movies, but like, I feel like I'm kind of like hiding my major thing that I'm into anime.
Oh.
Which,
Okay. Yeah. We can talk about that.
yeah,
Yes.
well, you know
Tori
what?
is an anime fan.
We're only like 45 minutes in. We can do a bit more.
Yeah. We can talk about more. Oh yes. So Tori is an anime fan.
Okay. I want to kind of clarify that I consider myself an anime fan, but I don't consider myself a weeb.
What is a weeb?
Well, that's like what people call anime fans. Like, oh, you're such a weeb. But for me, I feel like a weeb is someone who only talks about anime constantly.
So Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon would be a weeb, but like he's seen like 200 anime at this point, up to 200 different shows.
Sweet Lord McGivna. That's a
I've
lot.
seen maybe like 30 in my life, which sounds like a lot, but then if you think about like you've seen more than 30 movies, it's just like watching a TV show. So it's just like it doesn't mean
Yeah.
that much. I have a list. I actually want to. I think I have seen about 30. Um, yeah, but
Yeah, Tori got me started into anime. He got me watching Attack on Titan, which is a good film. Like I
well,
am not a man that particularly enjoys anime because even Tori agrees a lot of anime is similar. But Attack on Titan is a very, very, very well written show,
okay. Well, first of all, I wanted to get you into anime by starting with a light show. So I watched One Punch Man,
which was
which
funny. I
it's
enjoyed
that's a good show. That's a really,
it.
but
It
that
was humorous. I
it's a
enjoyed
very
it.
humorous show. It's not meant to be super serious. It's just like
Yeah,
a fun show, makes you laugh, and that was just to get you into anime.
and I'm not still not really
You're not
into
really
anime
into it, but
per
it
se.
was
But if Tori proposes an anime, I will be open to watching it.
yeah, exactly. So I my voice is cracked.
Voice crack.
Mm. So, and then I showed him Attack on Titan
Very
because,
good show.
and I want to explain how I got you into it because it's kind of interesting. I remember this. You saw like 5 minutes of the episode one on your own.
Yeah, like years ago, like in 2015 when it
Yeah,
first came.
and you kind of like had like it was not that great.
Yeah,
You had the idea that it wasn't that good.
it's like the first 10 minutes, and I'm like, this is whatever.
Yeah. So when I was like,
And
hey,
then
let's
Tori's
watch.
like, another shot. I'm like, okay.
Well,
And we
this is what I
discussed.
did. I said, let's watch episode one all the way through. And
Mm-hmm.
if you've watched Attack on Titan, you'll know how episode one ends.
Yeah, it hooks you.
And then he left. And then like 2 weeks later, I had him back over, and he goes, "Hey, can we watch more of that?"
And we watched all. I think we finished the whole season in
We
one day.
finished most of season one because it's 24 episodes. It's a
Yeah,
lot.
so we finished. We got through like what, like 12 probably.
Yeah, we got through most of the season. Then you watch season one on your own, the rest of it,
Yeah,
and then we started season two. We watched
yeah.
like half of season two, and then you went home and watched like season three all the way through.
And see, the second half of season 3 is still the best season ever.
It's really
My
fun.
favorite character in the entire show was Erwin, so the end of season 3 hit me hard.
Yeah, well,
But
I mean, I
him
agree.
leading, I don't want to spoil it for anyone that's listening. I don't think we are. Him literally leading, like taking 100 soldiers and saying, "We're gonna charge this giant
Him
titan. We're
literally
all gonna
leading a
die
suicide
peacefully to
charge.
distract him. So give your life for your country." And then them all charging to their deaths,
It's
going for them
such
to
a good
die.
scene. It's
It
literally
was
like,
incredible.
oh my god, it's like this is the only way for us to win this battle if we just suicide charge directly at this guy.
And all 100 of us die. And they're like,
One
"Do it."
lives. One lives,
Yeah, one of them lives, but
and
yeah,
I
and I don't.
wish
He's annoying.
the one who lives. I wish he died.
Yeah, he's very annoying. I don't
He
like
gets
Armin.
annoying in season four.
And this is one debate that Tori and I have about Attack on Titan. One thing we disagree on. I think Armin is a little bitch,
Yeah,
and
shut up.
Tori likes
I
Armin.
like Armin. He's a good character.
Armin. the thing I can't get over with Armin, I always thought he was kind of a little bitch. Like he's like always talking about, oh, we're gonna go do this when we get
Yeah,
out.
well, he was supposed to be more of
He
a
doesn't really help them out too
yeah,
much besides just telling them what to do.
yeah,
And then at the end of season 3, he's crying that there's salt in the
J-
motherfucking water.
yeah, but it's okay. If you haven't seen the show, that does make him sound like a bitch. But you have to
He is a
understand.
bitch.
No, you have to understand. He was when he was a kid, he would tell people that there's an ocean full of salt water. No one believed him. He got bullied for that. He got beat up for that. But he never faltered from those beliefs. Like at the beginning, he gets beat up and bullied and attacked by these 3 bullies just because of that reason, because he thinks the outside world exists. He gets ruthlessly bullied. You have to admit that,
Yes, he
right?
does
And the
a
fact
little
that
bit.
he learned, shut up. The fact that he learns that the entire time his grandfather was right and he was right and he was right and that gets to him. That I get.
So
That's the part.
he's crying because of validation. That's worse, sir.
No, yeah,
That means he's a narcissist.
that's
I
like
don't approve
no,
that.
it's like you no, it's like you believe something and you get literally abused for it and then you find out that you were right. That's the kind of thing.
Nah, he's a little bitch.
No,
Like
Armin
I
does.
still, you can make it complicated like that, but the simple fact is
Yeah,
the
but
boy
that's
was
what
crying that there was
happened.
salt in the water.
Yeah, but that's what
There's
happened.
always
He
salt.
think he would have cried even if it wasn't salty because he would have been like,
Well,
yeah,
he's
the
crying.
ocean
Oh,
was right.
it's salty.
He was crying before he tasted that it was salty. He never tasted it either. He didn't know it was salt.
Yeah, he did. He kept saying it's salty.
He never said it was salty.
Yeah, he did.
No, that was John screaming because like Connie splashed him in the face with salt water and he was screaming in pain.
No, it was no.
No,
I promise you, it was Armin. He
Armin
tasted it.
never
He said,
said it.
"Oh my God, it's salty."
No, Armin never said it.
He did.
I watched that scene recently. He never said it.
All right, sir. I'll trust you, but regardless,
Okay,
Armin is a
well,
little bitch.
I know you're gonna disagree with me, but I think they made the right choice with the Colossal Titan.
I see. They made the right choice for the plot of the show because it's. I guess the show would be more interesting if they save Armin instead of Erwin.
Well, and
But
also,
here's the thing:
yeah,
Erwin is undeniably more valuable to beating the Titans than Armin ever was.
yes, but
In
Erwin,
logical, if you were logical, it doesn't make any sense at all. But for the purpose of developing a plot in a show, yeah, it makes sense.
yeah, but additionally, Erwin didn't. Erwin was done. He did not wanna. He did not want to come back. He wanted to do his part to help win the battle, but he was tired. He wanted it to end there. He did. They actually
Yeah,
like were like he does not want to come back. Like he
yeah, but
wanted
I
to.
wanted more of Erwin because he was awesome.
I agree. Erwin was great, but also he wanted to. He didn't want to come back. And also my other thing is, and this is just like kind of like I guess doing like alternate universes in the world where they saved Erwin over Armin. You think Erwin would have been really okay with that at all?
No,
He would have been a broken man for like the rest of his
yeah,
life.
he would have been beat out. He would have been miserable. You're absolutely right. He
And
would
then if he found out he had 13 years left, he would have been like, "Yay, good."
have.
Yeah, but like I think he would have been not okay with that. Like that the fact that
Yeah,
they chose him to live over Armin. To like,
fair enough.
because I'll admit Armin was, but and also Armin was a lot younger. He was like the next one. He was the next
What do you
upcoming.
mean?
He was the next upcoming genius.
Oh,
Like,
like general of the army.
yeah,
Yeah,
he was. And like, I'll be honest with you haven't seen much of it, but he does a lot more tactics in like the next season.
yeah, because you read the book. I have not,
Yeah, I'll
and
just tell you. I'll just tell you, Armin gets promoted,
oh, okay, good for Armin.
and it's great. But yeah, yeah. I mean, I loved Erwin too. I loved a lot of the characters that died. That was
Well, that's the purpose of it. They kill off the characters that are gonna make you feel sad. They killed them off. They're not
yeah,
gonna
that's true.
go kill off freaking like man, who's a character you don't give a shit about?
I
The
mean,
platypus person. They're not gonna kill her off. No one gives a shit about her.
uh, what?
The person
Well,
that has a Titan ability to turn into a
yeah,
platypus.
no, people like her. Actually,
People do.
yeah,
I
people
think
like her.
she's not even in the show.
She's in season 4.
Barely.
Yeah, but she doesn't get
And
killed.
she has the stupidest Titan power ever. She literally just turns into a
Yeah, I
platypus.
mean, I don't. I think that's the worst Titan, but I like her character. But also, like in the next season, she actually does like some really cool stuff with her Titan.
As a platypus, what is she gonna do? Swim?
She kills like 17 giant Titans on her own.
By what? Drowning them? Like,
No, by
what
just
else can she do
no,
besides swim?
literally like using like she basically does like she transforms and jumps out, transforms, jumps out immediately. It's like she transforms, attacks one, jumps out and attacks another one like right
Wait, a
after.
platypus can attack?
Well, no, yeah, because she's controlling it.
Oh,
Like no, but here's the thing: she jumps out from she creates like 10 different Titans and jumps out of it to attack another one from a different angle, and it's actually really sick.
interesting.
And like, well, because the whole idea of the cart Titan is that it has more endurance, so she can do that multiple times without losing energy.
Their cart titan sounds lame. It's the platypus titan.
But I mean, like, our Aaron's Titan, he can't jump out and jump back in that easily. It takes energy to turn into a Titan. For her, she has more
It does.
endurance. That's oh, it does.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Well, I mean, because when they jump out of a Titan, they can't really transform right after.
Yeah, I got you. I
They
got
need to
you.
kind of recover a bit. That's all I'm saying about that. But it's also a really good show, and if you really are beginning to think about getting into anime, that is definitely a good starter show. All right, well, I think that's all the time we got. Yeah,
Yep.
thanks for
That was a
watching.
good first episode. We had quality discussions.
Yeah, thanks for watching the first episode. We'll
We'll
probably be posting another episode later.
next. Yeah,
Well,
we'll probably do it next week. We'll try.
yeah, and we're gonna hopefully try to get more guests on the show. We're not
Oh
gonna.
yeah,
We'll probably do a few episodes just us two, but we'll try to get more people in the show too. Like, kind of make it more of
for
a
sure. For shizzle,
guest
as
show.
I
Yeah,
like.
have more people to discuss because more people, the more the merrier.
Indeedy.
All right.
All right, sir. This has been a splendid
Yes, this was
experience.
fun. All right.
All right, thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.